There are, it looks like, no Imperial recruiters.
Yeah, we had a painter list earlier. I don't think had Imperial recruiter either.
I mean, they're really expensive and pretty hard to get. And
yeah, that would be something I would avoid if I was.
Yeah, you have to have him with the mono red list. Like, you're trading off different things. Like, he can find grindstone really easy with this list because he has trinket mage, whereas the mono red version I can find painter servant really easily.
Right.
But he's also got a counterbalance package with top, of course. And his intuition as well. So I guess that's his tutor for painter servant. Looks like they're tanking.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'm looking at the old deck list, and I think the one list that I'm missing, or actually, I guess I'm missing two lists. Where the one of them was the painter stone list that we had earlier. I was checking to see if they had Imperial recruiter, but I think we had the original list, so we had to give it back to the judges, like we're going to have to do with these. I think so.
That makes sense.
These two will probably need to go back to the judges, and those two when we're done. So. Yeah. All right, I think looks like the players are ready. Yeah, David Connor on a turn 1 Underground Sea and Pithing Needle. All right, so that could cause some trouble right away, right off the bat. And let us know what he named, right? What did he name with Pithing Needle? Okay, Tormod's Crypt. Yeah. Okay, Tormod's Crypt. Yeah. And that's Entomb,
from the
Graveborn. Yeah, Graveborn, right. I know, I look at it like, what is that? I have the real Entombs. Those are fake. They're like phantasmal image Entombs. They just disappear when you target them.
Jin-Gitaxias, the go-to guy.
Alright. So, turn 2, Jin-Gitaxias gets Entombed. And, cracks his fetch land. Do we have Reanimate here already?
That would be...
It's what Reanimator wants to do.
Yeah, that would be very bad for Andy.
I always love the turn 1 on the draw, discard, turn 2, land, Reanimate. Like, that's fun.
Yeah. Andy's going to need a red Elemental Blast to destroy that Jin-Gitaxias before he gets to draw 1,000,000 cards.
So there's the Reanimate.
He has the red. Alright, so now he's going to rev it.
Jin-Gitaxias takes a giant chunk out of Dave's life total. And Andy takes a giant chunk out of David's board
state. There, please don't have Daze. Oh, he's got the Daze.
Daze
Force of Will.
Force of Will. Force of Will.
These are the fights that we were talking about that make the matches so...
Right, these just counter wars. Yeah. Alright, well, Jin-Gitaxias is gone.
That's really huge for Dave too, because that takes the ability to even reanimate his Jin-Gitaxias out of question. You just can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
he has to draw Exhume or Animate Dead at this point.
All right, so Andy with a second artifact land, this time Seat of the Synod, and Sensei's Divining Top, or is it Divining Top? I've heard both.
It's whatever you want it to be.
All right. It's dinner time top.
Tomato. We got the Animate Dead.
Dinner time. Yeah. So Animate Dead with the reanimated like Sun Titan in the artwork. This guy just bought Graveborn and some Underground Seas and was like, I'm good.
I mean,
I have my reanimated.
That's the awesome part about Legacy now. Like, you could have bought a few of the Fire and Lightning decks
and actually won with it.
Yeah, had a Legacy deck for last week. That and some Lava Spikes and Flame Rifts.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually did that. Like, he just bought like several copies of Fire and Lightning and just put together a Legacy deck and played against my Reanimator list, and I played Sphinx of the Steel Wind, and he conceded. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's awesome that Wizards is doing that. They're just allowing a pretty easy access into this extremely expensive format.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's actually competitive.
Absolutely love it. I mean, I think the health of the format is so much more valuable to me than the value of the cards.
I agree. Even as somebody who works in Magic Finance, it's way more important for me that people enjoy the game that I work with.
Yeah.
And have fun at than have to spend $1 million to play
Exactly.
play a deck.
I mean, I love Legacy as a format, and I want it to thrive. And it's awesome to see that we're getting some support in these special products like Graveborn. So
Exactly.
Animate Dead does resolve, gets the Jin Gitaxias into play successfully, and David just drew a ton of cards.
Discarded more reanimation targets. One of the awesome parts about playing the Painter deck is there's been matches where I look real dead, and then I just have the combo and kill them.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it. Although Reanimator drawing 7 cards, probably going to find something they can do about it, so you don't really have that luxury. But
yeah, Andy discards his hand.
Yeah.
The Trinket Mage on top, didn't quite see what else he lost. But checking the power toughness on the Jin Gitaxias, it's a -1 to its power.
yeah.
So it's a 4/4 instead of a 5/4.
And he gets to top here. If he can draw a Painter Servant, they resolve, and then draw a land, it's game over for David.
And David, with careful study, tries to capitalize on this window that he's got before Andy does draw the other half of the combo.
Yeah. A lot of the Painters list play cards like Ensnaring Bridge for situations like this, just
Right.
so.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like, you're not going to kill me, but I got plenty of time to sit here. Taps 2 mana for a...
I was actually surprised that Pithing Needle named
Exhume. Oh, Exhume. He's going to get back a Trinket Mage now. He's going to get a free shuffle.
Iona naming Artifact. Unfortunately, that's not something he can do. Yeah, this is...
Yeah, both players have to, if that was the debate.
Yeah, so Trinket Mage available to Andy here, and David thinking about maybe which color to name. But yeah, I was surprised he named Tormod's Crypt with Pithing Needle. I mean, I guess I understood it earlier in the game, but at this point I'm like, don't you wish you named Grindstone?
He chose not to search. He likes the cards on top. Instep top.
Why did oh, he just blocked. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why did the Trinket Mage die? That wasn't Elish Norn. So he tops
3,
and
6, 7.
says okay here.
That's so demoralizing watching
Yeah.
your opponent draw 7 cards every turn.
While you have none, right? So do we know what he named with Iona?
I have to imagine he named Blue. I guess
Yeah.
Goblin Welder would be pretty decent, maybe. Not really.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know exactly what I would name. I think Blue.
Yeah, I think he named Blue here.
He named
He
Red.
named Red.
Right?
He
Now,
wants that
something-
Trinket Taxes to live.
Something interesting here is that that David Connor is actually running 4 Faithless Looting and 4 Careful Study in his Reanimator list. You know, I don't know that you need so many, but that's pretty cool. Like, it is one thing that came up as, like, you know, a potential card to add to Reanimator out of the new set. So, all right, well, there's Painter's Servant. That's
Force of Will. Yeah,
yeah,
now I
there
can
it
see
is.
that, yeah.
And that's the match. David Connor has the Force of Will to stop Andy Moore from assembling his combo after David, you know, successfully reanimates Jin Gitaxias once, then loses it to a red elemental blast, and then a bit of a counter war.
Yep.
Gets it again with Animate Dead, and then Iona. It only took, you know, ridiculous bombs to stop Andy there.